Hey guys, welcome to Tabletop Never Stop. Today we're going to do the non-combat units and attachments for the Mercenary faction for Song of Ice and Fire's miniature wargame. It's worth remembering that although we've generally been looking at the Mercenary faction as a standalone faction, it can also be mixed with any of the other factions in the game. Let's jump right in. First we have Peter Baelish. He is a 4-cost non-combat unit. So 4 is on the higher end of NCUs, but actually all NCUs are expensive. Even the lower level ones cost 3. So let's look at his ability. Master of the Game. When Peter claims a zone on the tactics board, he may replace it with the effect of an unclaimed zone. So here we have our tactics board. Let's say we are playing the Mercenaries, and we know we're gonna want to get wealth, but we have no wounds to restore, so we can use Peter to claim wealth. Now we get all those bonuses if we play tactics cards, but we can use instead crown or maybe movement, much the same way. Maybe we're playing against the Starks, and we really don't want them claiming the combat part of the tactics board, because we know about all the tactics cards they have that will make our lives miserable. But we don't have any units engaged, so this wouldn't do us any good. We can still put Peter here and then use one of the other abilities. Now, it only affects unclaimed zones, so we can't stop our opponent from blocking us. If they claim wealth and we want it, Peter doesn't help us there. So this is a pretty versatile card. I don't know if it'll fit into everyone's playstyle. Already liked using the tactics board. You're going to love Littlefinger. Alright, Lord Varys. Little Birds. Varys begins the game with 2 order tokens on him. When an opponent plays a tactics card or uses an order, you may expend 1 order token on Varys and then roll a die. On a 3+, you'll cancel the effect of that tactics card or order. So this is a good ability. Again, we have a rather higher level of NCU here. As far as I know, this is the only way to cancel orders currently. We have a couple ways to cancel tactics cards. The thing I don't like about it, of course, is that it's only 66% chance of success on that 3+. That's a little bit irritating. It doesn't really feel like Varys that much, to me anyway. I mean, I get that it's like an intrigue thing, but I would have preferred it was some kind of like look at the card, look at your opponent's tactics card, or this is just pie in the sky, but what I wish it was you had 3 tactics cards with this Varys face on them, and your opponent had to discard 3 cards from his deck and shuffle those in there, and he would just draw all these useless cards. I think that'd be really funny. I could see kind of 2 things you could do with this. You could, as a Stark player, take this and get yourself a little bit of control, which you don't really have any, or as a Lannister player, you could double down. Now you have lots of ways to cancel your opponent's tactics cards. So that's Varys. Alright, and now we're on to Roose Bolton. This is his commander non-combat unit attachment. We did already look at this in our Mercenary Tactics video. So if you want to see his tactics cards, you're going to want to look at that. He's an attachment. When he claims his own on the tactics board, one enemy unit becomes panicked, and then you attach this card to a unit. When that unit is panicked, each time they make a panic test, they roll an additional die and discard the highest. Roose is a great cornerstone for any panic list. He does quite well with the Lannisters or with his own mercenaries. The reason why you couldn't put him with the Starks, although I think they benefit from panic a little less. We have Ramsey's commander attachment. He comes in order. Flay them all. When an engaged enemy with this unit fails a panic test, one other enemy in long range of that unit makes a panic test, and they suffer -2 to their roll. So this card just kind of benefits from panic, but Ramsey has a built-in method of generating panic, and that's with Theon. Theon is free if you have Ramsey, and basically when you activate him, you have an order, so it's once per turn. He makes an enemy in long range become panic, and then you roll a die on a 5-up, Theon is killed, which does take a wound away from the unit he's in, but you don't have to do this if you don't want to. So if there's no one in range, you just don't do the order. And obviously it works really well with Ramsey. So Ramsey obviously also will work good in a panic list. He's also effective in any unit that has Vicious. Alright, and now we're going to move on to the non-commander versions of Roose Bolton and Ramsay Snow. Here we have Roose Bolton, the Leech Lord. He has Prey on Fear. Each time an enemy engaged with this unit fails a panic test, the unit he's in restores up to 2 wounds. That's a cost of 2. Here's Ramsey. Cost of 3. When an enemy engaged with this unit fails a panic test, they suffer 2 additional wounds, which is quite nice because they're wounds, not hits, so they go right through the enemy's armor. These guys both benefit from panicked units, and their commander versions both are good at causing panic, so they work really well with each other. Roose Bolton, I would put on units with high defense that you know are going to be around and just make them even harder to get rid of. He'd go especially well on Lannister guards. He also could go on totally sworn shields. You want to put this Ramsey on pretty much anybody with vicious. Mountainsmen would work quite well. And Bolton cutthroats, although at 3 points now you're making those cutthroats cost 8, and they're too delicate to cost 8 points. There aren't any Stark units that come with vicious just already on the unit, but remember that even this Ramsey comes with Theon, so you can already make units become panicked. Okay, that takes us to Brienne, the Maiden of Tarth. She costs 2 points and has 2 abilities. Relentless. This unit may re-roll any charge distance dice. And Stubborn. This unit gains +2 to morale test rolls. So Brienne's interesting because both of these abilities solve problems that could be kind of annoying. Obviously, you don't want to miss a charge distance. A failed charge means you're not getting an attack in this turn, and you're probably close enough that the enemy can definitely charge you. This would also protect you from rolling a 1 in the situations where you're going to get in no matter what, so you'd have a disordered charge. So this gives you some protection against that. But without playing the game, it's hard to know how often this will be coming up. I guess we know that 1 in 6 charges will be disordered, so you do it. This gives you protection there. And then +2 morale tests, that's not bad. In fact, panic is a real issue, so it's good to know. It's good to have some protection against it. But for 1 point, you can get the Lannister Guardsman, which guarantees you pass morale tests. And so you could put that on 2 units instead of putting Brienne on 1. Obviously, you're getting this other benefit as well. So there's going to be some players that feel like missing charges is really annoying and failing morale tests is really annoying. They're going to love to have Brienne to put on a unit and protect them from that. I just don't know if for the points, you could probably find something better to do with those 2 points, in my opinion. Bronn. All right, so Bronn's an interesting one. Well, extra incentive. While you control wealth, this unit gains +1 to speed, rolls 2 additional attack dice, and gains +2 to morale tests. So, for 2 points, if you could guarantee me speed, dice, and morale tests, I would love this guy. Obviously, additional dice, the more hitty the unit is, the more useful that is. The Lannister guards don't need 2 additional attack dice, but the Mountain Men would absolutely love it since they already have crushing blow. More dice just means more damage. Plenty of other guys that would like it. The Berserkers could certainly use it since they already hit on 3 pluses. Problem, of course, is that you're not going to have this all the time. To get this ability, you have to claim wealth. That might not always be the best move with your NCUs, and the opponent could always block you. Do we really want to pay 2 points for a unit that doesn't always work? I don't know. All right, and then that takes us to the Dreadfort Captain. 1 point cost, Spread Fear, which is also on the Bolton Flayed Men, which are the Mercenary Heavy Cavalry unit. Anyway, each time an enemy engaged with this unit fails a panic test, 1 other enemy in long range of that unit becomes panicked. So these are cheap and are a good cornerstone for any kind of panic list you might be building. I think, again, I like them in the Mountainsmen because they already have Vicious built in, but you could really put them in anything, and you're going to get some failed panic tests, and you're going to spread some panic around. So whether you're building a Lannister or a Mercenary panic list, I think these guys are a cornerstone for that. Okay, and those are our Mercenary attachments and NCUs. Thanks a lot for watching. You might have noticed that there's videos again. You can blame the lack of them on Call of Duty, which I can't promise I won't be getting back on, but I'm going to try to pump some more of these out. And thanks a lot for watching.